There are two groups of people in life who will always betray you: your buddies and drummers. So Singular Sound has been able to fix this problem by making this robot pedal that kind of takes the place of both. So, a lot of people have heard of this Beat Buddy. I've heard of it for a long time. I've never actually got my hands on it. They were nice enough to send me one, so I kind of want to do a demo because they have some updated stuff in the software with the SD card that ships with it that is really cool. So, real quick, we're just going to kind of breeze by what this actually is. Now, you'll notice I'm using an acoustic guitar for this. I just have this pedal and then its extension foot pedal hooked up to a PA because I think that's a great way to kind of just think about it. You don't need to even run anything through this. You can use this, you could run your guitar through it for sure, but I just want to use this as almost kind of an external drum machine that you can perform with or practice with, okay, which is something we're going to talk about a lot. Now again, this is really just a pedal. It's just one button. It's got some kind of controls and stuff on that too, and then it has a foot switch that you can add to it that has two functions, all right? So at its very core, we have this on just kind of like a blues shuffle type thing. You hit it. It starts with the fill, and then it goes through a pattern, okay? And that's just gonna keep going. Now, you can use this foot switch to either hit this first pedal, and that kind of adds like a cymbal crash. You can change that to be like a kick drum, something else you wanna do, or the right one, which just stops it and starts it, okay? I'm gonna turn this down a little bit actually. So basically, the other controls that you have on the actual pedal itself, you can hit it singularly again one time, and then it does a fill whenever you want. So you can really get out of control like a very annoying drummer would by filling every single thing that you would want to do. Now if you press and hold it, it goes into the next part. So this one has two different parts you can kind of see on the screen. I'm going to zoom in on the screen in a second, but I kind of wanted to talk about that external foot switch too. But it's really cool because you can have this kind of just going along with whatever you're playing, you know. Double hit it, it does kind of an outro fill and just ends the song or whatever you're doing, right? When you press and hold it, it goes between the different parts that are set up. Now, some of these have like, upwards of 15 different drum parts built in. And the thing that I really love about this is the card ships with a bunch of actual songs from popular bands that you may know. So I really personally think that this is such a useful practice tool because it's really going to help you organize songs and kind of organize song structure, because that's something that's kind of hard to practice when you're just maybe like a solo musician, you're just playing acoustically or something like that, where it definitely helps if you can kind of sing to kind of go along with the song. But if you're not singing with it, you can really easily get lost in a chord progression. Like, okay, like how many times around was that until I get to the next one? So the nice thing about this is they have these phrases set up in different ways, which we're going to demonstrate right now. So I'm going to zoom in on the pedal so you can kind of read the LCD screen, because I think that's important for what we're going through. All right, so now you can see this right here. This is still on this kind of blues thing that we had going. So when I play it again, you can see as it's going through, it's like a metronome. 2, 3, 4. And then on the bottom here, there's a darker green, and that's going through which bar it is. So a bar is 4 counts. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then it starts again, right? And then when you double click it, it does the outro fill and it goes, okay? So that's kind of like, that's all well and good. It's cool to have like a blues drum machine or whatever, but that's not something that's really special. The thing that's special about this, I think, is the software that you can use in relation to this. It makes it like a really great tool. So if you had one of the older Beat Buddies that shipped with just kind of like, some of the backing tracks, I think this is like maybe a good time to revisit what's going on, because you can go into the menu and then you'll see it's kind of hard to read just because, it's hard to videotape this bright LCD screen here. But you can go through all these different kind of artists and stuff. And I haven't really spent a lot of time with this, but we're just going to real time do a couple of these right here. So these are like marching band, metal, odd time, oldies, pop, punk, all these different genres that come shipped with it. But the thing that is really cool is it has specific artists that you might be interested in. So Coldplay. All right, excellent. Let's see what Coldplay songs they have. Adventure of a Lifetime, Clocks, Don't Panic, Fix You, Gotta Put a Smile on Your Face, In My Place, Paradise, Speed Us Down, Talk, Hardest Part, Scientist, Trouble, What If, X, Y, and Yellow. So I'm impressed that they have Don't Panic on here. So we're going to start this off, okay? So once you load it up, it'll start next time you hit the button. And that's definitely Don't Panic, first song off their best album. So again, that's, kind of a faithful recreation of that drum track. That's a simple one because it was only one pattern. So let's try to find something from a different band that has a couple different, more sections in it. Elton John, Eric Clapton, Guns N' Roses. Oh, Jimi Hendrix. All right, perfect. Let's see what they got, Jimmy. Watchtower, Bold as Love, Castles Made of Sand, Crosstown Traffic, Hey Joe, Little Wing, Purple Haze, Red House, Wind Cries Mary, Voodoo Child. Let's see what Hey Joe sounds like. Outro fill, finish it off, pretty cool. All right, huge Jimmy fan. So we also got Little Wing here. Outro fills are actually my favorite part because it's very accurate to how a drummer would end a song. So all right, we got the Jimmy stuff represented well. What else we got here? Oh, Zeppelin. Okay. Let's check out the Zeppelin stuff. I just want to hear some of the Zeppelin stuff. I'm not going to try to do acoustic stuff, but Fool in the Rain. What do we got? All right, so let's see. This is great because it's 11 parts, right? Alright, so we're going to switch to the next part. Sounds bottom-like. Next one. Oh. Huh. I think John Bonham is so awesome that even a drum machine recreation is the best. Unfortunately, there's no Tool on here. Let's see. Metallica, Michael Jackson, Neil Young, Pearl Jam. Oh, Chili Peppers. All right, we got to go Chili Peppers. What do they got here? Californication, Other Side, Scar Tissue. Oh, Soul to Squeeze. I'm sold. got a bad disease. All from my brain is where I be. Insanity to see. You've got me by my soul to squeeze. Where I go, I just don't know. I've got to take it slow. And when I find my peace of mind, I'm going to give you some of my good time. Today love smiled on me. She took away my pains and Alright, yeah, the outro kills me every time. It's pretty awesome. Alright, I love this thing. It's such a great practice tool. So, Steely Dan. Alright, they don't have Dirty Work, so I'm upset about that. I'll get over it. Police, Rolling Stones. Oh, U2. What do they got, U2? Bad, Beautiful Day, Mysterious Ways, New Year's Eve 1, Pride, Still Haven't Found, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, Where the Streets and With or Without You. Alright, let's see what the toms sound like. With or Without You. Here we go. I like it. See the stone set in your eyes. See the thorn twist in your side. And I wait for you. Slide of hand and twist of fate. On a bed of nails, she makes me wait. And I wait without you. With or without you. With or without you. Through the storm we reach the shore. Give it all that I want more. And I'm waiting for you. With or without you. With or without you. Yeah, this pedal's awesome. I do think, performance-wise, I've always thought drum machines with a single acoustic guitar sounded kind of cheesy live performance-wise. I think the magic of this pedal is for practicing, because when it comes to, I already feel like I'm using parts of my brain that I normally don't use when I'm practicing, that I should be when I'm using this pedal, trying to make my way through songs and trying to remember them and sing them at the same time the way they're supposed to be done. It's a lot of work to be doing, kind of just like on your own. So the fact that you can kind of bank between parts of songs, I really think that's kind of like an invaluable practice tool as far as just mentally being able to like keep it together, like within a song. So I'm a big fan of this. I feel like it's reasonably priced for what it is. There's so much more customization that you can do to the pedal that I haven't really got into. I really just kind of wanted to go over just a little bit about what it does and talk about some of the song choices that come with it. And I think there's like premium content, apparently it looks like, that you can kind of get on top of that. But yeah, I think it's cool. A cool pedal, definitely worth looking into if it's something that you maybe want to kind of practice, aside from just having a great metronome, right, that is not boring. Just kind of like stringing pieces of songs together and being able to multitask enough where you can kind of do that with your foot while you're playing. Again, I'm mentally exhausted just from kind of trying to do this all live in one take, that I know for a fact it is a good practice session tool that you definitely want to look into. So hit me up if you have any questions on it, or if you want to see more with it. And if you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comment section, Instagram, Twitter, or the website. I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks a lot.